everybody. This is Coach Joey Brockoff, and welcome to This Week in Slidell. And we're going to start at the pitch. High school girls soccer. The Slidell Lady Tigers dropped their district opener on Thursday, losing to SSA 6-1. On Tuesday, they will have a district game at Mandeville. And then on Friday, they will host Hammond. And then on Saturday, they will have a non-district game at West Feliciana. The North Shore Lady Panthers, they had a victory on their district opener, defeating Mandeville 1-0. On Tuesday, they traveled to Ponchatoula. And on Friday, they will host Fontainebleau. The Salmon Lady Spartans, they lost to Franklinton on Friday, 4-2. They will have 4 games this week coming up. On Monday, they will host Edna Carr. And then on Tuesday, they're at Chappelle. Thursday at Pearl River. And Saturday, they will travel to New Orleans to play the New Orleans Military and Marine. The Pope John Paul Lady Jaguars split their games last week. They lost to Lakeshore 2-1 on Thursday. But Saturday, they defeated Santamont 3-2. They have 2 games this week, both of them district games. On Tuesday, they will play STA, and on Friday, they will host North Lake Christian. On the boys' side, the Slidell Tigers lost to Newman on Thursday 4-0, but bounced back on Friday to defeat the Pearl River Rebels 3-1. This week, on Tuesday, they travel to Mandeville, and on Friday, they host Hammond. The North Shore Panthers, they dropped their opener against Mandeville, 1-0. On Tuesday, they will travel to Ponchatoula. On Wednesday, they will host Hannon in a non-district game, and on Friday, they will host Fontainebleau. The Salmon Spartans, they lost their district opener to Holy Cross 8-0. This week, they will host Santamont. Then they will host George Washington Carver. And then on Saturday, they will go with the girls to New Orleans to play the New Orleans Military and Marine. The Pope John Paul Jaguars, they split their games last week. They beat Livingston College 9-1, but then they'll drop their game to Bonneville 1-0. They have 2 district games, both at home. On Tuesday, they will play STA, and on Friday, they will host North Lake Christian. And now for high school girls basketball. The Slidell Lady Tigers lost their game with West Jefferson last week, 51-29. This week, they will travel to Hammond on Tuesday. And on Friday, it will be the game of the week. The Slidell Lady Tigers at North Shore. The North Shore Lady Panthers, they were in the John Curtis tournament this past week. They were only won 1 game, though. They lost to Ben Franklin 52-44. They did defeat St. Mary's 57-24, and they lost to Dominican 44-36. On Tuesday, they will travel to Mandeville, and of course on Friday, the game of the week, Slidell at North Shore. The Salmon Lady Spartans got 2 wins last week. They defeated Hannon 82-51. And on Friday, defeated Pearl River 67-33. On Tuesday, they will travel to Franklinton, and on Friday, they will host Laranja. Both of those are district games. The Pope John Paul Lady Jaguars lost that game at Pearl River last week, 44-35. This week, they will host Family Christian on Monday. And on Tuesday, they will host First Baptist. And besides their game with Pope, First Baptist will also host Covenant Christian on Thursday. On boys basketball, the Slidell Tigers lost their game with Hammond on Tuesday, 61-43. This week, They will play Frederick Douglass on Tuesday and travel to Pearl River on Friday. The North Shore Panthers, they played an out-of-state school, Norland, on Thursday. They defeated them 59-58. On Friday, they dropped a close one with Shaw, 48-46. This week, they would host Hornville on Wednesday and travel to Booker T. Washington on Friday. The Salmon Spartans, they split their 2 games this week. They lost to Mandeville 50-44 on Wednesday, and on Friday they defeated De La Salle 65-56. They will host Martin Luther King on Tuesday, and they will host Grace Baptist from Ocean Springs, Mississippi on Friday. The Pope John Paul Jaguars dropped both their games last week, losing to Pearl River 85-61 and losing to Brushley 69-46. Monday they will host Family Christian, and on Tuesday they will travel to New Orleans to take on the Ben Franklin Falcons. And First Baptist Christian on Thursday will host Covenant Christian. And that's all the action we got for this week. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and this is Coach Joey Brockhoff, and I'll see you at the ballpark.